Here is some corn that has, now that's just gross, isn't it? And look, it's eaten all the way through. There's your evidence that there's a worm down in there.
All I have needs, I have not provided.
When you're looking for worms in the corn, you're not necessarily looking for the worm. You're looking for the evidence. Before I show you what that looks like on this knee-high corn, I'm going to show you a video that I took of myself a couple of years back when the corn was up to here. And that's normally how tall the corn is this time of year for me, but I planted late for various reasons. So here's a video that shows you how to find them and an exact way of getting rid of them. Hello, this is Silver Queen corn. Can you believe it? It's only about 7 weeks old. And look how tall they are already. I see down in the middle here, as I look down, I can see tassels starting to form. That means this corn is going to shoot up like crazy over the next couple of weeks. It's going to be up to here. And I do look forward to sweet corn, Silver Queen. It's a white corn and it's really, really sweet. It does quite well here in Central Florida. Every day I come out and I do look down into the inside of my corn. And I look and see, is there any sign of any kind of bug or worm? We have these beetles. We have these beetles that come in here and they burrow right down in there. They start to destroy the corn from the top down. So what I do, oh, I see a friendly bug in here right now. I'm going to move him out of the way. What I do to get rid of worms or beetles, take my fingers. You see how this corn is kind of, it's flat right this way. And if you figure out the flat way, you can run your hand up and you squish those nasty little things and you get rid of them. If you want corn, you're going to get rid of them as soon as you see any sign. You might see their droppings first. And you might not see that worm because it's already burrowed so far down in there. But that's okay. Run your fingers from about here on up. See how I'm squishing? It's not going to hurt the plant if you're squishing with the flat side. You can just fold those leaves up just like that. That's the flat side. You can squish it without harming your plant. Don't squish it this way. Squish it this way. You'll be glad you did when you put that corn on your table. Pick it and put it right in that boiling water. You've never had corn so good. I'm not seeing the worm itself, but you squish these stalks the same way, even though they're younger. So the worm is probably down in there. I'm going to take this stalk. See how it's flat? I'm going to take this stalk and squish all the way up. Now, I didn't feel a little pop. Usually if the worm's in there, you'll feel a little pop. So maybe something like a frog or, I don't know, ants or something got it already. But at any rate, it's not going to survive squeezing it like that. So here's the weird thing. When I go through the corn and I squeeze several worms like that and just leave them in the stalk, I noticed that there's not any more worms after that. At least not for a while. And I just wonder, without any scientific evidence, if that just signals to Mama Moth not to come around my corn anymore. Here's a corn stalk that I already smushed about 2 weeks ago, and you'll see the evidence that's still on there and how your corn stalks can recover if you'll just go out and inspect every day and make sure you're squishing any worms that you see. That is old worm poop, and it has grown from the center of that corn where a lot of the damage was done. See here where it was eaten? But the corn is still growing. It looks healthy. As far as it tasseling out, it may not, but there's plenty of other corn that will have tassels that will pollinate the ears that will come up on this stalk of corn. Join me as I garden through the seasons. I'll teach you how to grow lots of veggies, and we'll talk about the real things that happen in real gardens. Pardon me, I had to come in out of the sun. It's late afternoon now, and it is burning hot out there, and it's only May 1st. We are headed into one of the driest months that we experience here in Central Florida. So if you live in Central Florida, you know that you need to water your garden, maybe even on a daily basis. Just keep real close track of it. So what if you're not satisfied with the effect of squishing worms and hoping that that teaches Mama Moth not to come around? There is one product that I can recommend. It worked for me for years. I seldom, actually rarely, have to use it anymore. And it is this Dipel. I have 1 quart of water in the bottom of this sprayer because I don't need any really, but I'm just doing this for your benefit. I wouldn't put more than 1 teaspoon in that quart of water. Now please look it up online, or if you buy a new bag, I'm sure the instructions are there. The instructions of this is long gone. What this does is when the caterpillar eats the leaf that it's coated, it causes it to constipate and it dies. It literally dries up and dies. So, and it is recommended or approved for organic gardens. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, you went through all my antics on how to get rid of those pests in an organic manner. Thank you.
Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me.